So question number 19 from exercise 1.3. So if you have a look at the total question, they say that there are 200 logs in total. So that is Sn. Sum of n terms is already given. It is 200, right? They have not told us how many layers are there, but in each layer what happens is the number of logs goes on decreasing. See, first they have stacked 20 logs in the bottom row. So in the bottom row there are 20 logs, and in the next row 1 log less, so 19. Above that they have 18, and so it goes on. On the top stack or the top row, how many are there is a question mark. So in this case, our 20 is the A1 first term, then 19 is our second term, 18 is our third term. Like that it continues, and An is the number of logs in the top row. What is the number of logs in the top stack? We don't know. They have asked us to find out that. So in order to find out that, we have to find out n also. We need n as well as An. Both we have to find out. For this, we cannot use An formula because, see, An is unknown. A plus n minus 1 into d is the formula. Where A we know, d we know, but n we don't know. Since An and n both are unknowns, we will not go for An formula. Then what about Sn formula? The shorter version requires last term and n. Both are unknowns. Again, we cannot use the shorter version. So the only option left out is the longer version of Sn. So we will go for the longer version of the formula. So let us note down what are the things we know. First term A is the bottom, the last bottom row or the bottom stack, which contains 20 logs. And difference is A2 minus A1. As I told you, the last one is 20, that is A1. Above that will be 19, which will be A2. So A2 minus A1 will be 19 minus 20, which is equal to D is equal to minus 1. So this will be our D value. We have D, A and Sn. Let us go for the formula now. So Sn formula is equal to n upon 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So let us substitute the values now. Sn is total 200. For 200 is the total sum of all the number of logs there. N unknown, we have to find out. 2A, 2 into A is 20 plus n, still don't know, n minus 1 into D, which is minus 1. Further simplification, by 2 comes to the other, so divided by becomes multiplied by. It is 200 into 2 is equal to n into 220 is 40 plus minus 1 into n becomes plus into minus. As distributive law is applied, we get plus into minus, minus n. Minus 1 into minus 1 becomes plus 1. Further simplification is 2 into 200 is 400 equal to n into 40 plus 1, 41 minus n. If I apply distributive property once more, we get 400 is equal to 41n minus n into n square. Since the highest degree of n is n square here and it is negative, I will bring it to the other side to make it positive. So bring all the terms, unknown terms, to the left hand side. We get n square. See, minus n square became plus n square. 41n becomes negative minus 41n. 400 remains there itself, so it is plus 400 is equal to, on the right hand side no terms are left, we call it 0. So hence 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Let us try to solve this quadratic equation by factorization, or if you know Sridharan's method, you can apply the formula also. Right here I am using factorization. If you have a doubt with the factorization, please comment in the comment section, and we will solve that separately in a video and give a link here. Now let us try factorizing. Product should be the product of the first and last terms, which is 400 n square. So product should be 400 n square and the sum should be minus 41 n. Which are the two numbers? Quadratic equation, when we factorize, the middle term will split into 25 and 16, that is n square minus 25n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. So, if you add these two numbers, you will get minus 41. When you multiply these two numbers, you will get 400. Now, if you take the common term in the first two terms, you will get n outside, you will get n minus 25. See, out of n square, 1n is outside, so n remains. Out of 25n, n is outside, so 25 remains. In these two, I will take minus 16 outside. If minus 16 goes outside, n remains here, and since it is a plus sign here, I have taken minus outside. This sign will change into minus. See, negative into negative will be positive. So 16 into 25 is 400. Now, what is common in both the terms? If you see, n minus 25 is common. So the common factor I take outside, I apply n minus 25. Whenever I am saying we take common outside, we are actually applying the distributive law, okay, or the distributive property. So I apply distributive property, n minus 25 comes out. So remaining is n minus 16 is equal to 0, right? So when product of two numbers is 0, either the first one should be 0 or the second one should be 0, or both of them may be 0. So let us compare the situation now. If n minus 25 is 0, or the other option is n minus 16 is 0. Let us check both of them separately. If n minus 25 is 0, then n is equal to 25. If n minus 16 is 0, then n is equal to 16. You got two answers here. N is equal to 25, n is equal to 16. But only one of them is the correct answer. How do you guess that? The idea is, we will substitute both of them separately and find out the last term. We will try to find out the last term. See, the last term shows the number of logs in the top stack. Let us try to find out that. I will rub this part and we will try to find out the last term, that is the number of logs in the top stack. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Let us consider first time, put n is equal to 25. Put n is equal to 25. What will happen? A 25 is equal to A is 20 plus n is 25 minus 1 into d is minus 1. Simplify this. A 25 is equal to 20 plus 25 minus 1 is 24 into minus 1. Now A 25 is equal to 20 plus into minus, minus 24 ones are 24. Anything multiplied by 1 is itself. That is because it is an identity. The identity element is the easiest multiplication. Now 20 minus 24, difference is 4, bigger number sign minus. This cannot be our answer because minus 4 logs. In real life situations, we don't have objects by the count of negatives, like negative 4 logs, which cannot exist. So this is not the answer. So let us try now the other case. What is that? N is equal to 16. Now put n is equal to 16. What happens? An becomes A16 is equal to A, which is 20 plus 16 minus 1 into D, which is minus 1. So A16 is equal to 20 plus 16 minus 1 is 15 into minus 1. A16 is equal to 20 plus into minus, minus 15 ones are 15. So A16 ultimately is 5, bigger number sign is plus. So this is a possible answer. You can say therefore A16 is equal to 5. So there are 16 stacks of logs. You can just write a statement at the end. There are 16 stacks of logs, and in the 16th stack on the top there are 5 logs. You can repeat this statement and check once more. You can just go back in the video and check, and these are the statements you have to write. Hence the answer. Thank you.